Let's get back to the battlefield in South Lebanon. Matthias Inbar, the defense correspondent of our French channel, also got the chance to cross over the northern frontier with IDF troops and got to see firsthand one of the terror tunnels and bunkers built by Hezbollah to prepare for an eventual cross-border attack. In this case, a structure deliberately built alongside an outpost of UNIFIL, the United Nations peacekeeping forces in Lebanon. Let's take a look.
This road to the western sector of Israel's border with Lebanon does not pass through a rural landscape, but rather an area of tangled woods. We arrived at a location where Hezbollah terrorists have built much infrastructure to hide and prepare offensive action against border villages and cities located deep inside Israel.
As you can see in these underground infrastructures, at a depth of tens of meters, we found launch pads, missiles. Everything was in place. Hezbollah, thanks to these bushes, dug and built this infrastructure.
Here was the security fence before the IDF withdrew from South Lebanon 24 years ago. We can get an idea of the proximity of the UN positions. Hezbollah has built a whole network in violation of UN Resolution 1701, which demanded it pull back beyond the Litani River.
The distance between these Hezbollah positions and those of UNIFIL, and therefore of this Hezbollah military ground, is only a few dozen meters. I stress, however, that UNIFIL is not our enemy.
We are here in the border between Lebanon and Israel, inside Lebanese territory. You can see how the Division 146 by the Brigade General Iftar Nokin, how these soldiers are operating on the ground. We are a few meters from the position from the UN, and we just saw an underground position taken by the Hezbollah to launch rockets and ATGMs against Israel just behind me, as you can see.
While the forces continue the ground operations inside Lebanon, we head towards a sector further west.
When you entered here, you were worried about not scratching yourself with the brambles. But when you go out, try to concentrate, and you will see Hezbollah positions hidden all along this path in the woods, and a hole from which a large explosive device was supposed to blow up the wall at the border. In addition to that, there are also these charges supposed to explode the barrier. The plan was to hide and detonate a huge charge that will destroy the wall, another charge that will destroy the barbed wire, and other charges to get to the border villages.
What is stopping Hezbollah terrorists from coming back in 1, 2, or 3 months and attacking again?
I hope that we will hit them hard enough and that the political decision makers will make the right decision to complete our work, but I leave the decision to them.
The IDF is an army that has learned a lot since 2006, and today fights its wars after years of training. Not to mention the cooperation between all the military arms, air, sea, land. Everyone operates in perfect coordination.
Walking slowly, it took us exactly 2 minutes to get out of the grove and reach the fence. Behind us was a significant amount of weapons that the 2nd Brigade and the 146th Division discovered during their operation. The objective of the Israeli forces, while attacking Hezbollah military targets, the discovery of new positions and clearing the area. It was from these same bushes that Hezbollah terrorists tried to infiltrate Israel just a few weeks ago. The terrorists were unmasked and eliminated by the soldiers.
We entered Lebanese territory and began to attack, but primarily to defend ourselves and not to conquer Lebanese territory. There is a real operational need to cross the border and confront Hezbollah's infrastructure and its Radwan attack forces. There is no other choice. But after October 7th, it's impossible to let the enemy plan a large infiltration into our territory. That is why we operate as we do.
We have seen with our own eyes Hezbollah's preparations for a large infiltration into Israel, a large amount of ammunition and many hiding places along the border. According to the IDF, it could have been on October 7th, 2023, on a scale no one had imagined.